Okay, here we are, Namm 2012, and we're at the Nord booth here. A couple of new products. These are prototypes, but they will be shipping in February, March street date. So we're going to have a look at them here. First look here at Namm. This one here is the Nord Piano 2, and we've got Richard here who's going to talk a little bit about it.
Yes, hi. These guys have worked very hard to fit huge information in the piano. There's extra stuff that you normally don't get from software samplers. For example, there's pedal noise, there's the interaction of the sympathetic strings when the piano's playing. And that's why I think a lot of guys are choosing this piano, and it feels great. We can't name the names of the pianos, but I can tell you the first one, for example, is a Bosendorfer. You hear the keys up here. And it's great for classical. We have a slightly different variation of Steinway, which is brighter. Responds to touch. You can hear the layers. Studio Grand 2 is the Yamaha prototype. Great for rock because it's much brighter. Really cuts through. Then we have some electric grands. Upright. Another upright. Out of tune. The Rhodes are spectacular. You get that rich, it feels like the first generation.
Yeah, nice and deep. You probably can't hear that on the video here, but beautiful sound.
Yeah, and brighter. And we get the different variations. They use the tremolo, which sounds like the old vibrato Rhodes. Probably good for trance music. Or and I went ahead and layered some sounds that you could use a synth section and go through other sounds that you can put together with the piano. So see if I can get you.
Are those samples or are they waveforms?
They're waveforms. Okay. And I do know that they're going to have several libraries out of all kinds of stuff you can import into the keyboard. Here's one. It's hard to tell out here, but it gives it a sheen. This one is typical 80s pop.
Now, can you adjust the mixes between the two?
Yes, you can. So if I go here, I have the level of the sample. I can take it all the way down. Now we can add it in. On top of that, I can adjust the attack. I can pull it way back so it just comes in slowly. It's hard to hear it in here. See how the strings come in afterwards?
Yes.
It's one of my favorite pieces of Lyle Mays. So that's pretty much an overview. There's some clavinets and other fun stuff. They also have splits.
Now I assume this also, it's got MIDI out, I see USB, so you can use this as a controller.
Oh, absolutely.
As obviously with such nice keys. feel the touch on this is really, really nice.
It's incredible. I ended up playing in Burbank for the artist relations for a lot of the touring guys, and each one came over, great players, and they all were raving. I mean, it's not even a question to them of what they want to use live, because the field, and you have some splits, so.
Yeah. And it's nice. It seems like it's fairly light and compact as far as the design.
It's not as heavy as it looks.
Yeah.
But it's built very solidly. I mean, yeah, and it looks great.
So, and then the other things I'm sure you've seen on there, there's some effects banks and
right. We can apply effects to everything. I'll give you an example. These guys put effects on different samples. This is. They use compression on here. Trying to find where the compressed stuff is. There, you have compression right there.
That's kind of interesting to have a compressor.
Well, it said just imagine. That's what it told me what to play. Right? It's good for Beatles. Or still Beatles stuff. Let's see. I'm not sure what they're using on these. This is my favorite sound. You know Butterfly by Herbie Hancock?
Yeah.
If you were standing in the middle, it would sound even more spectacular. And then Spain. That raunchy piano, I don't know what he did to it. And you got a whole series of things. Here's some clavinet.
As a guy inside memory, can you add any patches or stuff that you could do with the sample synth there, or?
I believe so. I would defer to Pablo on that. I do know they have a lot of libraries they're building for this.
Excellent. All right, well, let's go ahead and take a look at the other keyboard here if we can.
Sure.
And appreciate that. Nord Piano 2 is going to be out in March.